Yo, what's going on? It's your boy A, exclamation mark ZE. Now, I know what y'all talking about. Is it Isaiah? Is it AZ? Is it A? Is it Isaiah? My name is Isaiah, A-I-Z-E. All I did is flip the I, exclamation mark. I'm a G.
I'm Renny, R-E-N-N-Y, not Remy, and we are Us Creations.
Where y'all from?
Yeah, it's more complicated, so you start.
My family from Nigeria originally, but I'm originally from Manassas. I was born in Manassas and then I moved to Georgia. Then I came to New Mexico and I met this dude. So.
I've been here my whole life, got stuck, still here. Won't be though.
You said you guys been out here for a minute?
I don't live out here no more. I stopped giving locations. A lot of y'all niggas is weird.
So how was it kind of coming up out here when you was out here with it?
It was very I feel like it's very, very challenging, honestly. Cause a lot of people in New Mexico, they think because I don't know, I feel like they have a certain, I don't want to say it wrong.
So we don't have the support of a big city, so it's difficult to get the reach out here.
Yeah.
So you gotta go above and beyond just for people to listen to you out here. So Z, he did this one track where he put the video on Facebook, and that's how he got his name out there. Cause on Facebook it just kind of blew up. Out here without having any stable music scene, you just gotta blow up on the internet, social media, just find different ways to get people to learn your name.
I will say it's 100 times harder because we don't have that. Memphis got Yo Gotti, who's still attached to his hood. He's still trying to see who the next big thing is, you know? And then you have Atlanta, how they're all connected. You have Gucci constantly looking for new artists. It's not that person who's just industry, superstar, a legend. Then you got T.I., YSL, you got so many elements and so much flavors to the city. And then you move to LA. LA's Hollywood, so that's pretty much all you gotta say right there. Hollywood is connected to everything, so it is a lot harder in the music scene, but I like the challenge.
Do you feel like it's changing a little bit? You see the culture shifting?
In some aspects, there was a gap. I feel everybody was more together when we first started. Now I feel everybody's more focusing on themselves, and I honestly like it like that because I don't like all that buddy. I feel everybody should really find who they are before they start clicking up with people. So it was good how everybody just had to find their own sound.
Well, I think also a big part of it is just we grew up.
True.
When we started, it was Bully Boys. It was 20 of us.
Yeah.
And just being young, conflict, broke up the band a little bit. And it just kind of forced us to go different paths and figure out what we do well and figure out what we can improve on and just evolve as artists solo.
So what's some of the specific kind of good memories growing up?
My first sold out show was out here. That was legendary. Shout out to Lit. He was actually a part of that. I think our first sold out show was the X-Men. Remember? Hey, y'all threw me last second, yo. It was yo, we need a host. And I was shit, this is what I do. You feel me? It was a no-brainer. That's probably the best memory of my first sold out show for real.
We put the city on with that show for sure.
Are we allowed to cuss? Are we allowed to cuss?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay.
We're not allowed to.
I was cussing my ass off.
This was a tough one. Honestly, I gotta say that probably my best memory is just every time we drop. Cause a lot of people don't know, but I mix all a majority of his music. So every time he drop, it's I'm dropping myself. So I've had my solo project drop, we've had us. Actually, hold on, now that I think about it, Clap Dots 2 is probably my favorite. Dropping that shit was different. Because we was going wild all summer. And so many memories just making that project.
It was crazy because we we're distance from each other. And we were this is my guy, you feel me? So he had a girl, so this little girl situation, I have my little girl situation.
Yeah, our lives just went like this. And then for some reason, everything just pulled us back together. And we started making the best music we ever made. And
if you ever listen to it,
hey yo, we even had little audio snippets of just memories during that time in that project.
Yeah.
And we put our heart and soul in that project.
And it was kind of bittersweet because it was my last before I moved. I recently moved, so that was my last that summer was crazy. We was going crazy. Crazy, you know. So.
That's hot. So what's some of the bad memories growing up?
Honestly, probably Bully Boys breaking up. Cause it was we was all one family.
I think I would have to say like, yeah, it'll possibly be like Blues in the Bully Boys house, cause that was like the coolest shit. Like, bruh, I wish you were there. Like, I wish you like,
church, bro. There was nothing like Bully Boys Church.
Oh God, like I wish you were there, bro. Like the things we were doing, like should have been filmed like on MTV or something, and we would have been like viral already. Now, those were the wildest days.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to say too much, and then everybody get all on my case.
What's your most popular song?
You're not gonna like Stainless. It has to be Stainless, bro.
Oh, like,
He don't even like that track, which is crazy.
you know what's crazy? I don't like Stainless because like it's like so cliche, bro. Like that's what everybody eats up. That young boy Rod Wave little style. I did that song, bro. Like you could ask Mitchie Brusco because he engineered that, Mitchie Brusco, and you could ask him. I did that song in like 25 minutes, bro. Like it was one of those like, oh, the session's about to be over. You got one more to take, and then I just like, and then we start feeling the groove, and he was like, hold on, and then we start. 30 minutes turned to like, all right, let me touch this up, let me do this, and go back in and touch this up. Shout out Mitchie Brusco, but yeah, Stainless is my favorite, like I guess favorite Pain song, but I got way better Pain music now.
Mine's probably Cool Runnings. Everybody loved that one.
Oh yeah, Cool Runnings.
Like me and him just went crazy this whole song. There was like
You went crazy. I ain't gonna lie, that boy was.
Hottest of the Southwest is Wildfires and Outlaws.
Yeah, that was crazy. He said, I pray so much to Jesus, I think I know in Christ. What'd you say?
I can't remember.
I don't pray so much, I think I know in Jesus Christ.
That's what it was.
That's
and then
crazy.
also said, got done dirt.
You be making the music too, no? You be rapping and shit too?
Yeah.
Like, basically, he's the one who taught me, like, how to make music. And that's why a lot of people don't give this nigga credit, bro. That's crazy.
Since
like,
the school bus days.
Yeah, like, I used to be trash. Like, you used to hear my shit.
He would
be like,
annoy me every single day.
Like, you would be like this, like, hey, play me your shit. And I'd be like, put it on. You'd be like, yeah, bro, yeah, you gonna get somewhere. And then turn around and be like, that nigga's trash. Like, you feel me? Now I'm like, play my shit, like, listen to my shit. They be like, yo, you fucking fire. Like, it's actually genuine now, but like, nah, nigga, I was ass. Like, the niggas don't know the summers we grind just to like work on like sound, craft, all the music we study.
I produced your first project.
Yeah.
And then from there, we just was working on music.
Yeah. So how would y'all like define yourselves nowadays, you know what I mean?
I mean, us.
Like our sound or us?
Just like you as a person, you know, how you decide what your hobbies, you know what you be doing?
Musically or just
as a person.
Oh.
You could be like an artist, you know, you could be a scientist, I don't know.
Mine's gonna sound cliche, but every day of my life, I just try to be genuine, caring, and honest.
See,
like I'm gonna tell you how it is, and ask any of my people in trouble, I'm gonna give them my last dollar, my last whatever, and I'm just gonna do whatever I can to go out and help my people. So, yeah.
That's I would say like I just want to, there's levels obviously to like who you keep around. Like at my core, like I don't need to say who my core is. Like they know who my core is. Like, you know, I'm gonna do like what's right for them. You feel me? I'm gonna make sure like my whole like team is straight. Like I'm always put them first in any situation. I try to like make sure everybody eats. You feel me? Like I feel like I told you, bro. I don't even do interviews like that. Like I only do because we go way back and I fuck with you and I fuck with what you got going on. But like I told you, like how it was. It's like I ain't doing no interview unless Renny come with me. Like that's how it was gonna be. Like I always put my team like in position to win, and I also give him a chance to tell him like his side. Like nobody ever gets to like understand like Renny's a very important figure to like a lot of us, not just me. There's other artists niggas help like
even Liz.
Yeah, like he's still to this day still like dishing out free sessions here, dishing out. You don't gotta do that. You know?
It's love, it's family.
It's just love.
So what's your name and how did you get it?
Nah, this nigga went through like 6-7 days. This is gonna take forever, so let me just knock mine out the way.
Go ahead.
I was signed to a label as Isaiah, my real name, like my real nickname, and it was AIZE, and like I don't know, a whole bunch of BS happened. I don't feel like getting into it, but like I had to change my name so they could because they owned my name outright, like in my streams. You feel me? So like that's just a lesson for anybody out there. Don't sign thinking that it's all glamorous and stuff. So they own my rights to my name, so I switched the I to exclamation, so it's like clever. So like you can't do nothing. That's why I did it. A exclamation mark ZE. But
man, Mom, I'm just gonna say why people call me Renny.
This nigga pull out a bucket.
Nah. Yeah, I'm not gonna go through all the whole different name switches.
There's
too many.
There's too many. Renaissance.
Okay, so when we was in high school, I didn't really know what my name should have been. All I knew was I wanted to do film, I wanted to do music, I wanted to do it all. So like, I was just in like a history class and they was talking about Renaissance man or whatever. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be Renaissance. And then everybody just kept shortening it to Renny. So then it kind of just stuck. And I went through like a couple different names here and there. And like people were just calling me Renny. So I was like, fuck it. Might as well just use that. This is what they know me by. Add a little period to the end so that people can search me.
It also goes by Renny D,
Renny the Don.
Renny the Don.
Shows future plans and goals.
Future plans and goals. I don't know if I should share all that.
Well, you don't have to be specific about it.
No music. Actually, I have like a lot of like shows. I have a lot of shows actually in the works. Shout out True Entertainment. I got a lot of shows. That's what I want to do. A whole bunch of shows, new music. I also got vlogs. I started getting into vlogs. Subscribe to my channel if you watch it.
What's your YouTube channel?
It's official Isaiah, so it's official, and then it's !ZE. I've been posting like vlogs on there. I'm trying to build my YouTube channel, you know, I'm trying to get like too lit.
Shit, I got a lot. Right now, so of course I got music and engineering. So like right now I'm working on a project. So hopefully by early 2023, that's what next year is, right? Yeah. Hopefully by then I'll drop like early, like maybe January, February. And then I'm also working on my master's in psychology. And then eventually I want to get a doctorate in psychology. Right now I'm a registered behavior tech. So I provide behavioral therapy for children with autism. Yeah, just work, try to find ways to help people and then get my music going.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to get to the yams too. For the females out there. I'm trying to get to the yams. Sweet.
You what's your outlook on business? You got any like marketing tips or?
Easy. The best thing to do, and everybody always asks me, how you know this person, how you know this person, how you know this person. The first thing you do when you move to any city, you find out who is doing what and how and what scale that person is doing. Find out who all that person's workers are. Find out what he got going on the weekends. Find out whatever. I would say, now that we're older, to go to the clubs and interact with some of the higher up people. Those are the people who are highly likely are running all the events in the city. Like, you want to be tapped in with the scene. You got to go right, and the best way to tap into the scene is through clubs. If you're not a person who likes to go out, another way to tap in is like, I noticed that, what's it called? There's these apps. There's this app. Remember, what's that swipe? There's certain apps where like,
that music shit.
Yeah, there's like certain apps where you can actually like connect with like local artists. I don't remember what it was called, but like,
It was the Toolit app.
yeah, that's what it was. It was Toolit app. It was Toolit app.
Yeah.
That's what it was. So yeah, get right with the Toolit app.
On the analytics, a way to just get your name out there is be consistent. So if you release consistently, you're gonna hit those algorithms. There's also on Spotify for artists, if you put your release to like, if you send it to stores, like I use DistroKid to distribute my music. If you upload your music 4 weeks in advance, you could submit it to playlists on Spotify if you have access to your Spotify for artists. So that way, that gets submitted to Spotify curated playlists. And if you get on those, your numbers are gonna skyrocket. And even with YouTube, if you're consistent, you hit the algorithm, your numbers are gonna go up. So it's just learning the algorithms and pairing that with what I say.
Get them watch hours up.
Yep.
That's the main thing.
Engagement, comments, likes.
I'll be slacking on the watch hours forever.
Yeah.
Shit, do y'all believe in aliens?
Hell yeah.
I don't know. What if we are?
Well, I don't think there's no like, well, okay, maybe some people see like UFOs and shit. I ain't gonna discredit nobody like that, but it don't gotta be like no probing in the ass aliens. It could just be some alien on another planet out there. We not the only life out here.
True.
Yeah. But
I wonder like, nah, never mind.
what about you?
I mean, because they got the UAPs, they got that shit flying around. Government been,
I feel like
FBI release images too.
I'm starting
to believe that shit. They like, hey.
So they're like, yeah, so aliens are real. Like, I don't know how I feel about aliens. I think like UFOs is real. I just don't know what's in it.
You still don't know what's in it.
So what would be the UFO?
Do we know? Do you know?
Well, if it's not from this planet, then it would be alien.
I don't think that's considered an alien though. It could be another name that doesn't have a name yet. It could be like,
okay, anything that's not
could
from
be a
this
space
planet,
monkey.
right? Anything from not from this planet is alien.
But that's not what a
that's a classification of alien. Extraterrestrial. It's not of this world.
I must be an alien then, because I am not from this planet. I just play.
What's your favorite food?
You go first.
Pizza. I eat pizza all the time. it would either be pizza or lasagna.
Mine's chicken, just different forms of chicken. I love fried chicken, so that's because I make the best fried chicken out here. Curry chicken, delicious. Jerk chicken, shit, any type of chicken, really. I even make this kind of chicken that has like, you get a little honey, get a little Louisiana hot sauce, melt some butter, make this sauce. I ain't gonna tell you what seasonings I put in the sauce, but then you drizzle that over some chicken, bake, and then air fry. Oh, it's good.
He's low-key black. He cooks food like a black person.
Chinese type chicken?
Nah, Louisiana hot sauce, honey, and butter. And then you mess around and add some other facts.
You can say it.
I ain't gonna, that's my secret.
No, you can say it.
What? Oh, hell no. You crazy.
You got any words of encouragement? People going through the struggles, trying to make it and shit?
Stop bitching. We all struggle. That's the thing. Like, if I could tell you every single day how much L's I take, you know how many L's I've taken this holiday? Like, stop bitching. Like, everybody has a story. Everybody comes from struggle. But like, I would say like some people do have it better than other people, and some people are more well off. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they didn't struggle as well. Just because they well off and have a nicer whip, they can struggle with anything. They can struggle with making a friend down the street. They can struggle with like being popular. Like, I know a whole bunch of rich kids who nobody likes. So like, would you rather be broke and then be like the most likable person, or be rich and like nobody likes you but you like be depressed and all this? Some people might go for rich and be depressed and all that, but I mean, I wouldn't. I would like to just say that like we all have like the same type. So like some things, there's obstacles in place in life that you're gonna eventually hit, no matter who you are. Like you face adversity. Everybody's got to face adversity. So
yeah. Well, coming from the resident psychologist here.
Oh my God.
What's it called? Honestly, my best advice is just to allow yourself to feel emotion. Go on, like, just living as a man. Like, you try to, like, avoid your feelings, try to avoid whatever trauma you're working through. It's just being able to recognize how you're feeling and allow yourself the time to feel that way. If you're sad, be sad. If you want to cry. You don't got to cry in front of people, but you can cry, like, in private. You can be mad, whatever emotion, just feel that shit. Because if you don't allow yourself to feel that shit's just gonna build up until you can't do it no more. And you're gonna just snap like that. So you allow yourself to feel those emotions, and then once you're able to feel those emotions, you think about why you felt that, and you're able to change the way you act in the future and make certain changes in your life to avoid feeling that way again.
Couple questions. So what is music?
What is music? How would I define music? Music is anything that has vibration and frequencies. See, look at that. Look at that answer. Music is anything that has vibrations or frequencies.
So me talking right now is music?
Yeah, music to my ears. La 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 la.
I hate you. I think anything with a specific rhythm or a cadence. So like even a cappella, like you hear melodies, you hear different frequencies, and it's like I don't want to say structured, but it's methodical. So like it's intentional. When even when people just are freestyling and people are just making a beat with their hand, they're intentionally making that sound that they want.
Let me see, how'd you hear about Tulip Promotions?
Man, we go in. I don't even think it's smart, but just know me and Dante go way back. That's all I'm saying.
I know about you from my side.
Legally. I'm just gonna say, it was a flyer. That's how I met Dante. It was a flyer, y'all. I feel like you gotta watch what you say. Like how they crucify Ye right now. Like, I feel like you have to be very, 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 very careful. More than what others say. But also, it's just like, here in general, like, it's like more dominantly Latinas, Mexicans. Like, be real with yourself. Now I ask you a question. This is some real ass shit. If it was a Hispanic person who went on that NBC show, and we know who they chose to go on, I don't want to say any names, you with me, the NBC show to represent New Mexico. If it was a Latina artist or Mexican artist, do you think that they would have had a better support than the African American? Or was there some saltiness, some weird gray area there that the artist representing the state wasn't dominantly the color of the state? You know what I mean? But that's why I'm just trying to say, like, if we had more of the state's support, they don't understand what they could have done with that male who was chose to go on. And everybody, you would know, and I'm not going to say the name, but You know what I mean? Like, there's just certain things where people are right there. You know what I mean? Like, when they try to box us in all the time, it's like people are right there. And if you just gave that little push, like, we could have opened so many doors, and I feel like it was a missed opportunity. Like, and I feel like that was just like, I don't know, it just made us look bad. Like, I feel like we should have all came together more and give a push, come together as a group and give a push. Cause I voted plenty of times, like trying to help, you know, throw my little, but that's just how I wanted to say. You feel me?
Yeah, I was like,
I mean, technically, you can't answer.
you was like 40. I was like,
Say it.
You think race be playing a part into, like, you know what I mean?
honestly, I can see what's going on. A lot of the artists I work with, they think that if anybody gonna blow up out here, it's gonna be a Latino artist or Latino artist, just because that's who's gonna get the support.
I mean,
Like,
it just makes sense.
yeah,
I
like-
guess.
I heard countless artists tell me that they don't think a black artist gonna be the first one to blow, and we trying to change that.
No, it's up. So how do you be blocking out the noise?
Easy. I'm him. Like, what you go? Like, here's the thing. It's one thing to talk shit, right? It's one thing to talk shit, but like, I actually back up my shit talking. You feel me? Like, if a person want to go like toe to toe with me on the record, there's so many booths we can explore. Like, we can go through the catalog, we can choose the studio you want to go to, anytime, any place. Like, I really don't even be taking like most of my songs for real. Like, how many like songs do I just freestyle and like just happens to be good? Like, I don't even like really like when I really write is when like I'm like, all right, like, you feel me? Like, he'll know the difference.
Well,
Like,
honestly, just the way that process of recording where like he kind of freestyles line by line, I do the same shit.
Yeah.
And then eventually you just get comfortable with making music that way too.
Facts.
Like when he's really in his rapping bag, that's when he write. And I ain't gonna lie, once you get like,
what you're thinking, like, in that, like, it's like what you're thinking in that time and place, and that, like, you only get like your thoughts like for so long before they're gone.
yeah.
So you want to lay it out, and that's why like it captures like what you're trying to say. Like, you'll find your melodies through the mumble. That's a gem.
No, yeah.
Find your melodies through the mumble.
I forgot what the question was. Oh yeah. Honestly, just don't even listen to it. Just if you're focused on your craft, on what you got going on, you're not even gonna hear it. Like,
That's too humble. Renny will out rap everybody in the city.
yeah, I just be doing me. Unless someone like come up disrespectful to your
Yeah.
face, like you don't really gotta pay no mind, no attention.
How was the transition from the house parties to the, you know, venues and shit like that?
That's what I also feel like when you said marketing. You know how you find something everybody likes to do, and that group of people will forever carry over to whatever you do. So I feel like that's what gave me an upper hand with throwing house parties. But like, it wasn't just me, it was with my boy Gil, Brennan, Rome, I know you remember Dro. Shout out Joe, he in Philly now doing his thing. Like, I felt like us throwing the house parties was easier to ease people into like more adult, like more grown events, like using the jam spot or using the whoever. I feel like house parties too was really good for my music, but I had got my Snapchat hacked. Yeah, and I was getting like 2 lit views. I was keeping up, bro. I was getting like 4.5K, like 5.5K. Like, I was going crazy, and then my Snap got hacked, but it was refreshing because like it really was like who really rock with me. You feel me? It was like refreshing. It was like, all right, so this is like who really rock with me. All right, let's go. Like, let's just redo it. It was pretty easy.
Well, I don't really be doing that shit, but I think it was just more natural for him as he grew older. Like, eventually you just can't be doing no house party shit all your life. You just gotta.
We did kind of, you know what I mean, go up to little party scene for sure.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I will say, if it wasn't too lit, it was New Empire. If it wasn't New Empire, it was too lit. Like, that's just how it was. Like, all the little he say, she say between, they weren't seeing this. Let's be real with yourself. All right.
Why do you feel like you got a chip on your shoulder?
I feel like I have a chip on my shoulder because, like, my sound is very, I want to say like my sound is very unique, but yet fails to get picked up. And I feel like I get left out in a lot of conversations, you know what I mean? Like, for no reason though. Like, some I feel like some people know what they're doing. I don't wanna like say names, bro. Like, they know what they're doing, like, to get that clout, you feel me? Like, there's no way you gonna put Joffrey, like, dead last when you see what he's done. Like, first of all, Joffrey's never fell off. Let's just put that out there. Joffrey's always been on, and you gonna put this nigga dead last like on a list. Like same with Malik, like same with like Keys, like same with Z. Like you can't do that. Like it's not right. Like it's just certain things like that. Like I always feel like I have a chip on my shoulder because it's like they always just try to like disrespect me. I feel like, bro, I hate that. It's wild, bro. Like you, like what were people doing the past 4 to 5 years? Like, you didn't see like what we were doing, like sold out shows, like you name it, bro. Like we was on the face of everything. Like I don't understand how that just erased from history. That's what blows my mind.
That's just that's what I'm saying.
Like you feel me? Like that shit just blow my mind.
Shit, mine is just like mine's less of what people say, and my trip is just my shop to be successful. Like with whatever I do. That's why I went to school. That's why I do music. I gotta figure out a way to get out of here to provide for my family, just to make something for myself. People become too complacent in just their life. Like you got a lot of local artists here just making music, and they're gonna be making the same music in 10 years now. Like I'm trying to take my time, craft projects, and market them in a way where I'm not just wasting my time making music. Because I love making music, but if I'm not getting paid for it, what's the point?
Yeah, but like, I can touch on it if you want me to.
Yeah.
Like,
Proceed.
Renny said, let me grab some popcorn. Hold on. Nah, like really, like there wouldn't be no Isaiah without Renny. Like it is what it is. Like this nigga gave me my first ever like real session. I remember days when we used to we rode the same bus. And we lived like in the neighborhoods across from each other. So this nigga, day by day, I used to freestyle this nigga air, bro. I used to tap this nigga and go over to see. I used to be like, yo, check this. Start freestyling, bro. And this nigga would take out his earphone and be like, yo, I like that shit you kicking, bro. And then like, I forgot what happened.
One day.
Yeah, like no, I remember what happened though. One day, like, one of my close friends had like passed away, and I wasn't really feeling it. I don't think I've told you this. I think the reason why I was like quiet on the bus, but like one of my close friends had passed away from back home. So like he was like, it's weird because he grew into a custom of me always tapping him on the shoulder and trying to freestyle with him. But like I had my head down, like I wasn't trying to talk to nobody, like nothing. And this man like tapped me. He was like, hey, you ain't trying to freestyle today? Like, and he was like joking with me. But then that shit made me laugh. I was like, yo, this nigga got a good sense of humor. So ever since that, nigga, like I was just like, yo, this nigga cool as hell. And then like we did
Yeah, I was just like, come over to my house.
Yeah. He was
get
like,
off on my stop.
Yeah, I got off on his stop.
He did it so much, the bus driver wouldn't let him get off no more.
Yeah, bus driver was tweaking, bro. And then I was like, yo, chill. Like, I'm about to go record, you feel me? So this is my moment. You're not gonna take my moment away. And like, what we do? Like, Milk Kill Him? That first song?
Oh, no.
Hey. Yeah, I think it was
Milk Kill Him.
Yeah.
Better not happen again.
Yeah.
Nah. And then,
those were the days though, cause like fucking, it wasn't the first time we recorded, but like a couple times, the mic stand broke. So we was really making do with nothing. We got a shoebox, cut a hole in the shoebox, got some shoestrings, and tied the mic to the fucking hole in the shoebox, and had our little mic stand.
And if you move the shoebox just a slight little,
fuck shit up. Yeah. So,
like, niggas had to be so careful. We were like,
bro, we didn't even have an audio interface. We had a little USB joint.
Yeah. We used to try to make that shit work off the bus.
I remember selling my PlayStation just to get FL Studio so you could record.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
What was like the true definition of cloud thoughts?
Damn, that was 2017.
I know it's about.
Yeah.
I know it's about relationships and heartbreak, but that's like just a touch.
Honestly, I think we was just going through so much shit back then that when we was making the project, our moms were always like just clouded and we wasn't really focused.
Yeah,
so we had the name before we made the project. It was just Clouded Thoughts, and then we just made tracks for it, and I sent him a track and he would write a verse for it.
That was a pretty sad era.
It really was.
But like that's why we love Clouded Thoughts too, because it was a different vibe, bro.
Yeah.
Like we was having the best times of our life and making the best music in our life.
Yeah.
Like that's no better than that. Like that summer went up. Summer was crazy.
Who's Retro Swing and Draco Diamonds?
Like those are another people who paved the way for a lot. Everything I do, they give me a blueprint and I execute. So they have a collective called Retro Damas, and then they're also individual artists. You feel me? So like basically everything you see Retro and Joffrey do, I'm telling you, I literally copied and paste what they did. So when they left to New York, basically they passed me the torch. Like, yo, this is what you gonna do, and this is how to execute. So that way you can rise to the surface and be above the surface, and just, you know what I mean? And give me like a whole bunch of gems, a whole bunch of like guidance. But I don't know who they are to you, but that's who they are to me.
They're just family to me, like not really the blueprint. Like when Retro would come to the studio, we wouldn't even work on music. We'd be talking for like 3 hours just listening to like old Ludacris, old Southern music, like Lil Flip, fucking Zebro and shit. What's the Retro from Texas? So we just be bumping a whole bunch of old school Texas music, and like, I don't know, it's just more personal. And then as time went on, we just started making music a little bit.
Hey, shout out Honey Keys too. Shout out Honey Keys and Malik Swift. Because they give me a lot of guidance too. Like anything I have a roadblock in, call up Keys, call up Malik, Joffrey, Retro. This is one of the biggest, like, gives me a lot of guidance too. Like basically like just that 5 right there. Yeah, I would say just that 5 right there. That's a nice little like starter 5 right there.
So who is us? I guess Us Creations.
Yeah, so Us is a fan base. It's my fan base. Us is just like the fans. I can't do anything without Us. You feel me? That's why I've created my whole career around Us. You know what I mean? And then Us Creations is a talent label. It has Koya and Ashley. Shout out to them. But like it's like not a label. It's more of a collective, but like also like freedom for everybody to do what they want to do. You know what I mean? And it's just really just a group that just shows love and shows like I give guidance to whatever everybody needs. You know what I mean? Like show them like this is how you can do this, this. Like and then you have like the OG Us Creation members, but like I consider Renny like I don't need to say Renny's Us Creation. Like I just know he's a part of Us Creation forever. So like. Yeah, I don't really want to name some of the OG members. But I had a first group, and they doing good now.
I'm talking about why are you the best artist in Albuquerque?
Oh, yeah. I'm waiting for this. Alright, the reason I am the best artist, I've definitely been waiting to answer. The reason why I personally feel like it's not even about being the best, you know? Like, if your shit is trash, your shit is trash, you know? It's like, if it's dog water, then it's trash. You know what I mean? I'm like out of the trash bin, and this is the trash bin. You know what I mean? Then it's just like the niggas who like, nah, I just play with you. Nah, for real. But the real reason why I think I'm the I don't really like the question like best in Mexico. I just feel like I want my respect. Like I want my flowers while I'm alive. You feel me? Like I've done a lot for a lot of people. I don't really care to mention all the things I've done for a lot of people. But like some of your favorites is because of me. All right. Some of your favorites is because of me. Like that's all I'm gonna say. Some of your favorites that you listen to it wouldn't have been as easy it is for them or has accomplished or whatever they accomplished. No, I had a good hand in that. But at the same time, I also feel like I work very, very, very hard. Like there's a lot of people who think that I really just don't be doing that. Like, you guys camp, like I work like crazy hard. Like I think it's safe to say like my whole camp works like super hard. Like I just think like we try to do at least like I want to say like at least every day something music, whether it's through my phone, whether it's should I edit something, whether it's he'll even tell you like his weekends be crammed with music. Like we work our asses off. You feel me? Like we have the right to call ourselves like great artists here, and like there's obviously a lot of great artists here. I just think they're not seeing me personally.
Well, I don't really get caught up in who the best or whatever, but I think I'm great just because every single track I do, I try to make it better than the last one. And like, I work so much on my voice, just on trying to hit certain pitches, trying to make sure my wordplay good and whatever. I just put in the work to be great. And to be honest, no matter what track I'm on, I ain't getting washed. I know that much. I can hold my own, and I'm coming for your neck. Ask him. Every time I lay a verse on the track, man, you better be worried.
I also don't
you might have to rewrite your verse, cause
I also don't like that. It's like when he touch on what he's saying. I don't like when niggas be sensitive as fuck. Like you feel me? Like I wanna like niggas in the room to push each other. Like that's what he means. Like we push each other to be great. Like don't write your verse half-ass. If you know this, if you can read the track. If this dude's coming crazy, don't put no bullshit half-ass. Like rewrite your verse, take your time. Like it's okay.
Every time.
All right, but I'm not gonna rewrite my verse, me personally, because every verse I spit is crazy. Now, if you want a feature, it's $1,000. Okay, my feature price is $1,000, and what comes with that $1,000 is hardcore bars, like some of the best bars you've ever heard. You feel me? You want to book me for a show? It's $1,000. You feel me? I get that on the regular all day. If you want just a hook, 16, like together is $1,000. Just the hook by itself, do like we'll talk. But that's basically all I have to say. I think these little niggas should step their game up because I want to rap. And that's the thing. I would say I'm the best, but I'll invite the smoke. Like, a lot of people don't invite the smoke. Like, if you say you're the best, you should be able to, like, make sure you back that shit up. Like if you got the tracks, like, bring them. Trust me, I want to rap with you. Don't run from the smoke. Like, I'm not running. Like, I want to rap with you. I want to make music with you. I genuinely want to see why you think you're better than me. And I'm yet to... That's it.
Shit. Feature price, like $250 for a verse and then like $5 for a chorus. I think that's the most important part of the track. So I charge a little more for it, especially my choruses. If I'm gonna sing my ass off on it, to make sure it's worth it. Like, if I'm gonna make a fire ass hook for you, I might as well get paid because I could just keep that chorus for myself and have a hit.
Social media rants or whatever.
Oh yeah, why she put? Yeah, alright. Yes, I go on a lot of rants, but understand, social media to me is not how you guys see. Y'all make that shit corny. Social media to me is an open journal for everybody to see what I'm thinking in my journal. I don't care what app it is. I'm gonna express how I feel. Like social media to me is my journal, so it's like my thoughts. If you don't like it, then don't support me. If you like it, support me.
I don't really fuck with rants like that. Like honestly, I barely post as it is just because I'm focused on my work. And like if I gotta rant about some shit, I might as well just deal with the problem I'm ranting about instead of talk about it on social media.
I be very strategic with my rants.
I know, but I'm just saying me like
What's your good thing? Do these covers? Alright. Yo, it's your boy Isaiah. That's Creations Forever. There you know how we rock.
Appreciate talking with you. Thank you.
Out.